Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Chloe, and this video I'm going to be doing a week of workouts. So I do a 5-day split at the moment. I do 2 upper body days and then I do 2 lower body days, and then I like to add in a cardio session. I know this week I'm actually starting out with an outdoor fitness class, so I'm not exactly sure what that's gonna entail, but that would have been my cardio session. So I'd either do a 10k run or I'd do a spin class. And also, I'd just like to disclose now, like, this isn't all the fitness I do. I teach dance 4 days a week, so I also count that as part of my cardio. I'd also just like to say I'm not a qualified personal trainer. This is just me, like a friend from a distance, working out with you, okay? Well, without further ado, let's get into the video. Good morning, good morning. It is Monday and today I'm trying something new. I'm actually going to be going to a fitness class. It's like an outdoors fitness class. So yeah, I'm going to take you along with me. We've got clear skies. Yeah, it's actually been raining, so even snowing at some point. Snowing today at 12 as well. It's the most random thing. If you're not from the UK at the moment, this is the sunshine we're having, and then out of nowhere it starts to snow. Who knows what's going on? Good morning, wow. Honestly, I'll try my best. I don't know if to go 1 foot. I was so bad at this. Oh my gosh. Right, there's nothing I can't do, come on. Right, round 2. Oh my gosh. This guy. What a Monday morning, eh? This looks exciting. Right, I squat down. Oh wow, this is fun. Oh, sweet Jesus. This one's the hardest. Yeah, that didn't go so well. Oh, you know, fail to succeed, isn't it? Oh. What, curve that way? Oh, okay. Woo! Fuck yeah. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. I've just had the best time. So I filmed quite a few clips and I'm using my new mic today, so let me know if you like it, if you want to see more workouts, mics up.
I'm trying to build the confidence to be able to film in the gym with a mic, but like, I don't know what it is. I'm nervous. I'm just really nervous to it. But in that kind of environment, everyone is so friendly, and like, you talk to everyone when you're working out as well. So that was the best. If you can and you want to get into fitness, I really recommend it. I'll leave like a link down below to what the class is. It's in Gillingham if you're in the Kent area, and it's just so good. And I got a free little shake at the end of it. And also a big shout out to Victoria. She messaged me. She actually reached out to me on Instagram, and I'm so thankful because that was the best. Like, that was what I needed on Monday morning. Perfect. So I'll leave her handle down below. Okay, so welcome to the first upper body day of the week. First and foremost, sorting out those tunes, getting myself hyped up for this workout. So today is pull day, which is basically working on my back and my biceps. So to warm up, I do an incline walk, and every 30 seconds I up the speed and I also up the incline, just to get that heart rate going and making sure that we're ready for the workout. I'm also stretching out my calves because my legs are a little bit dead from yesterday's workout. Up next, we're moving on to a few dynamic stretches. So my goals basically for this month are to improve my strength, but also to keep my mobility. So I'm doing my warm up to make sure that my shoulder mobility is still improving after my injury. So these are just up and overs with a band. And then I move on to some chin-ups. And at the moment I am doing them assisted, purely because I'm still recovering from that injury. Hopefully I'll build the strength one day to do it body weight only. And then I'll also move on to a few pull-ups. So superset number 1 is single dumbbell rows. So as you can see, I'm making sure that that elbow is tucked right against the side of my body, and I'm trying not to swing the rest of my body. I'm just using my arms and my back to pull that weight. And I go on to a double arm row straight afterwards. Superset number 2 is shoulder shrugs. So as you can see, I'm squeezing my shoulders up and back, and then I go straight into the shoulder taps. Here I'm trying not to move the rest of my body as much as possible, so that I'm really squeezing my core and using that upper body to control the movement. Superset number 3 is our bicep curls. So I do a single arm bicep curl while holding the opposite arm at 90 degrees. And then once I've done both arms, I'll move on to doing double bicep curls. This literally kills, and my arms were toast after this. Moving on to rope tricep pull downs. So here I'm squeezing my triceps to pull down that weight and trying to pin my shoulders as far back as possible. Now we have lat pull downs. So a similar thing here again, I'm using my lats to pull down the weight, and I'm trying really hard not to use my biceps to pull down that weight. You can see how much my back has grown even from the last video. I'm super proud of it. And then last but not least, we have machine rows. So here, similar technique to the dumbbell rows, making sure those elbows are tucked either side of my body. Finally, we have the cool down. So that is the workout complete. And I think you're going to find in this week of workouts, I love a good foam roll. It is literally my favourite thing to use as a cool down. So as a dancer, I really enjoy working out and lifting weights recently, but I always do a proper good cool down with loads of static stretches to make sure that my flexibility and my mobility is still improving at the same time. Good morning. Okay, so today is our glutes and hamstrings day. I don't know if I'm the only female or just person in general alive to hate leg days, but they're just not my fave thing at all. And I actually found it really hard to motivate myself to come into the gym today. So if you're feeling the same, I'm proud of you if you're even thinking about going to the gym. And I promise, as soon as you get in there and you get moving, your body will thank you and you'll feel 10 times better. So as we can see, I've just done my warm up, and now I'm ready for superset number 1. So superset number 1, the first exercise are these hyperextensions. So I'm curling up my back as much as I can and focusing on lifting the weight with my hamstrings and my glutes. You don't want to focus on lifting this with your upper body as it could cause some really bad back pain. Now the second exercise in superset number 1 is some vertical lunges with a knee drive. So I'm really using that working leg to drive the weight and pick it up. Up next is dumbbell center sumo squats. These are the best glute growing exercise ever. I don't care about hip thrusts, these are the ones, girls, okay? Up next is some B stance RDLs. So I prop back my non-working leg, and with this movement you want to think of it as like a hinging movement. So I like to think of it as I'm opening a door with my bum basically, and it should really burn in your hamstrings. I mean, mine were burning, we can both see that. And superset number 2 is some hip thrusts. Now, I would have done this with the actual barbell, but it was busy at this point, so I had to do a lighter weight, so I did a superset instead, which was 8 hip thrusts, then I went on to 8 pulses, and then at the very end I hold it at the top, making sure to really squeeze and not drop my bum for 8 seconds or 10 seconds. And my glutes were on fire at this point. And now I'm moving on to some cable kickbacks. These are new to my workout routine, but I basically think about driving that heel back and up, and I'm not pushing on that frame too much with my upper body. Most of the work should be focused in those legs. And finally, the barbell rack actually ended up being free at the end of my workout, so I wanted to squeeze in some quick barbell RDLs. So as you can see, I did a warm-up set with no weight, and then I did full weight, again using that hip hinging movement to move, not leaning forwards with my upper body. Even though it looks like it, it is a hinging movement. And now we're on to a cool down. So here I'm using my Theragun. If you don't have one, get one. I'm literally obsessed. They're one of the best things for muscles, especially if your job is specifically movement orientated. It's so good to work out any tight parts of your muscles. And then of course a cheeky foam roll. We love a foam roll. And then to end this leg day, I went on to some static stretches. On leg days specifically, I really focus on stretching out all of my lower body, partly because dancers, it's like a fundamental part of our body to make sure the hamstrings are nice and stretched. And that's the end of the workout. I'll see you tomorrow for upper body day number 2. Okay, so this is my favourite day out of my week of workouts. I don't know what it is, I just love a push upper body day. So I'm warming up doing the same mobility exercises with the band as in the first upper body day of this week, and I also do some incline push-ups just to make sure that I'm ready to press some proper weight. Now the first exercise that I do are bench presses, and I start with a lower weight and I slowly build up to a heavier weight. I also do a maximum weight with as many reps as I can possible, but I didn't film this, so here is my 10 reps, and I did that for 3 sets. And it was a bit hot, so off that top layer came, and we're moving on to our tricep dips. So this is a superset. The first exercise are these assisted, or if you can do them without, non-assisted tricep dips, and then I go straight into these overhead tricep extensions. This really burns, as you can see by that awful gym face. I mean, everyone's got a gym face, right? Next up we have seated shoulder presses. So this is something I've been working on getting the weight up again. Because of my shoulder injury, it's taking a little bit of time to get back to where I was, but I'm super happy with how far it's come. And then I move on to some dumbbell bench presses. I sometimes do this on an incline, but today I upped my weight to 12, which I am super proud of because I've only ever done 10 kgs. where I'm actually going to the gym alone a lot, I don't have a spotter, so I don't want to go too ham on the weights. And then I move on to some dumbbell bent over flies. To finish up this day, I like to add in a bit of an ab blaster, because as a dancer I need to make sure that my core is super strong. So here I'm on the decline bench, and I do 10 sit-ups with an overhead extension. Then I chuck the weight down and I go straight into these plank slides. These are amazing to strengthen the sides of your core. Then straight from here I go into push-ups, and I basically do these until failure, which is normally about 8 or 10. I am working on my form. I know my bum was a little bit up then, and got that post-workout pump going. I felt so good after this day. Okay, so this is the last day in the week of workouts. It's my second lower body day in my basically 4-day split, plus obviously that first outdoor class. So I like to do some dynamic stretches, making sure that my hips are super open and ready to go, because this workout starts straight off with some back squats. And as you can see here, hyping myself up, getting those weights on, and I'm just grooving away with my little gym wiggle. I feel like everyone does a gym wiggle before they do a squat, right? Anyway, I'm moving on to a back squat, and I'm trying to get my legs into a low 90-degree angle to make sure I'm really hitting those quads. Superset number 1 are these weighted calf raises. So the first time I do it, I do both legs together with a weight, and then the second part of the superset is single leg calf raises. I go straight into it with no break, and this way I really feel the burn. Up next we have goblet squats. Now I like to add a little weight underneath so that my heels are slightly raised, just to add in a little bit more of a burn. And we're trying to come down, my feet are kind of turned at a 45-degree angle, and we're coming all the way down for the squats. Next up are curtsy lunge bounces. So these are really working the outer edges of those quads. And the dreaded, the worst exercise known to man. I don't know who invented this, but I'm not a fan. Russian split lunges. It took everything I had in me not to drop these weights. Does anyone else hate these as much as I do? Because seriously, I feel like they're my worst enemy, but like they do work wonders. They're kind of like a frenemy, I guess. And last but not least, we have leg extensions. This is something I've only recently added into my second leg day, and they're really burning at the moment. Unfortunately, I didn't film the cool down because it was super busy by the treadmills, but I finished with interval sprints and then of course a classic foam roller and stretch.
And that wraps up my week of workouts. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video and you like more fitness content, be sure to give me a thumbs up and also leave a comment down below if there's anything else you'd like to see. Love you all lots, and I will see you very soon. Bye!